There is a quiet shift that happens in certain people. No announcement, no dramatic transformation, just a subtle internal break from the script everyone else seems comfortable following. While most people inherit their beliefs, goals, fears, and opinions without inspection, a small percentage begins to question the structure itself. They notice patterns. They sense contradictions. They feel the weight of assumptions that were never consciously chosen. And that is where the difference begins. People who think differently are not defined by rebellion or intelligence alone. They are defined by depth. Their minds operate in layers. They observe what is being said, but also what is being implied. They pay attention not only to answers, but to the questions that were never asked. This mental posture creates 6 consistent traits that separate them from the majority. The first trait is their ability to tolerate ambiguity. Most people crave certainty because certainty reduces anxiety. A clear answer feels safe. A simple narrative feels manageable. But reality is rarely simple. People who think differently can sit inside complexity without rushing to escape it. They are comfortable saying, "I don't know yet." They resist the urge to oversimplify just to feel control. This gives them an advantage in a world addicted to quick conclusions. While others react, they observe. While others finalize opinions, they remain open. This does not make them indecisive. It makes them deliberate. The second trait is that they question their own thinking. The average person assumes their thoughts are accurate reflections of reality. If they feel insecure, they conclude they are inadequate. If they feel threatened, they assume danger is present. People who think differently recognize that thoughts are interpretations shaped by past experiences, fears, and conditioning. They examine their reactions. They ask themselves why they want what they want. They analyze whether their ambitions are authentic or inherited. This self-suspicion protects them from becoming prisoners of unconscious patterns. It creates internal clarity that most people never reach. The third trait is their tolerance for emotional discomfort. Thinking differently often leads to uncomfortable realizations. You may outgrow environments. You may see flaws in systems you once trusted. You may recognize that certain relationships are built on illusion rather than truth. Many people avoid deep thinking because it destabilizes their sense of security. But those who think differently accept that growth requires friction. They understand that psychological expansion is rarely pleasant. Instead of numbing themselves with distraction, they allow the discomfort to refine them. The fourth trait is independent value construction. Most individuals measure success using external metrics: status, approval, financial comparison, social validation. People who think differently build their value system from the inside out. They decide what matters before asking what is popular. They are less impressed by applause and less shaken by criticism. This does not mean they ignore feedback. It means their identity is not outsourced to public opinion. Because of this, their decisions tend to align more closely with their internal standards than with external pressure. The fifth trait is long-term orientation. Reactive thinking focuses on immediate outcomes. Different thinking considers trajectory. These individuals evaluate choices based on future identity rather than present comfort. They ask, "Who does this decision turn me into?" instead of, "How does this make me feel right now?" This shift creates discipline without rigidity. They sacrifice short-term stimulation for long-term coherence. In a culture obsessed with instant gratification, this mindset appears rare and sometimes even strange. The sixth trait is cognitive humility. Paradoxically, the more they think, the more aware they become of how much they do not know. This awareness reduces arrogance. It increases curiosity. They seek perspectives that challenge their own. They do not attach their ego to being right. Instead, they attach their identity to understanding more accurately. This intellectual humility allows continuous refinement. Their beliefs evolve. Their frameworks update. They are not static. When you combine these 6 traits, you begin to see why people who think differently often feel isolated. Not superior, not special, just misaligned with the dominant rhythm of reactive thinking. They process more deeply. They speak more cautiously. They change more internally than externally. But over time, this difference compounds. Their decisions become more intentional. Their relationships become more authentic. Their work becomes more aligned with meaning rather than imitation. Thinking differently is not about being contrarian. It is about being conscious. It is not about rejecting society. It is about refusing unconscious participation. And the truth is, this path is not glamorous. It requires solitude. It requires patience. It requires the courage to dismantle comforting illusions. But it also leads to a level of psychological freedom that cannot be achieved through conformity. Most people will never develop these traits because comfort is persuasive. Certainty is addictive. Approval is intoxicating. But for those who feel that quiet internal friction, that sense that there is more beneath the surface, these 6 characteristics are not optional. They are inevitable. And once that process begins, there is no returning to passive thinking. There is only refinement, awareness, and a gradually expanding understanding of what it truly means to see.